control you. How to stop letting money control you. Yeah, so appropriate topic for the new week after all the party that happened last week and all the money that was sprayed. I was telling Esther during the break that Bobrisky said they sprayed him over 40 something million. 46 million
46 million
at his birthday party.
Wow.
All in cash, dollars, pounds.
Wow.
Yes. So I wonder how much they sprayed Tiwa Savage during her father's funeral as well. Because I saw a lot of hard currencies. I wish I was there, sure. Over to you, Mr. Charles.
Okay, that's a very good practical example how we relate when it comes to money, or how we relate to money. You know, if you see, anyway, I didn't watch any of those video clips, I didn't see, but I would just imagine that majority of people there allowed money to control them because they believe that money has power, and that with having that kind of attitude towards money, spraying it, displaying it that way, it's giving them a lot of power. But today we want to look at how to stop letting money control you. We have said here on this program several times that money is a very tyrannical master, but a very good servant. You just need to direct money, tell money to do what you want, and money will do it for you. Let money be thy servant, not thy master. Because if money is your master, then you will not like it. Money can't buy happiness. Yes, but someone will tell you, if you say that, you don't know where to shop, you know, that money answereth all things. Okay, so money can't buy happiness, that's what they will tell you. Also, the popular saying goes, I wholeheartedly agree, just because money can buy you from, can keep you from becoming depressed, that's true, due to financial hardship. That doesn't mean that it is the ultimate key to happiness. But we have seen that there is a relationship between money and happiness. Imagine when you just look at your phone and you get an alert, 1 million naira. Your brain will secrete certain hormone that will affect your body system. As researchers have seen, they've called that hormone dopamine. They say it is happiness hormone. It is that feeling you get when you get that kind of a credit alert. But again, we are still saying money cannot buy you happiness. At the end of the day, we realize that, you know, you can pay off all your debts, you buy a house, travel, you save up a year's worth of expenses and never want for anything. But that does not necessarily mean you will be happy. I don't have my family and my health probably extremely deprived of how financially savvy I become. Somebody can have so much money, but if you don't have family, you will not be happy. So we cannot say money can buy happiness, you know. So that is why I don't understand why so many people rely on money like it is the answer to all their problems. People believe, those who don't have money believe that once they have much money, they'll become happy. But we have seen it is not the case. We have seen billionaires who still have worries till today. Despite having all the money, they can buy anything they want to buy at any point in time. They can travel to anywhere they want to travel, but yet they are still not happy. But that's not to say that money is not good. Though. Money is very, very good. Okay, realize that money doesn't solve all your problems. I'm sure we've heard a friend or family member saying things like this. I wish I had more money to do X, Y, Z. Yes, even we ourselves. I wish I had more money, or I would have changed out my car. I wish I had more money, I would have bought a new house. I wish I had more money, I would have done this and have done that. Or maybe you've heard, if only I had enough money, I will be so many things. Getting stuck in this type of mindset opens up the door to you allowing money to control you and every aspect of your life. So you can see it is not good to begin to think that way, you know. So view money as a tool. Okay, before I get there, let's look at this. You don't have to allow it to get to that point if you are tired of seeing your money slip through your fingers and leave your feelings helpless and lost. There are a few ways to help regain control and stop letting money run your life. We must come to that recognition that money cannot control our life. If we have been following this series, we've always said we should not allow money to control us. He said we should be the one to control money. But again, with all this issue, you just talk and talk and talk and talk. Take yourself as an example. If you are down and all of a sudden somebody just comes, even if it is 50,000 naira cash, your mood will change. That is the reality. It will change. But we're not saying even at that, how are we supposed to gain control? Don't allow that money to control us. So one, view money as a tool. And do you put all your whatever in a tool? Because you know that the tool will just help you get what you want to get. You don't worship that tool. You use it, and after you have finished using it, you just skip it. So let us view money as a tool. When you start prioritizing money itself and giving money a greater purpose in your life, it can easily start to control you. For example, I love to travel, take vacations, but I don't love money. Money is a tool that helps me provide for my family and do things that I like to do. That's all. So let's see what money can do for us, not worshiping money, because it's a money disorder when you worship money. That's a people, they have that kind of disorder, money worship. They worship money as if that is the end of life. So, but money is simply a tool. Stop being able to provide for my son and get him school clothes makes me feel great. That's true. And while money does contribute to this, it alone doesn't make me feel happy. Understanding this difference is crucial. You won't know how to stop letting money control you until you start viewing money as a tool. So see money as a tool, just like any other tool. See your car, your vehicle is a tool that you need to carry you from point A to point B. You will not begin to worship that your vehicle. So see money as a tool that will help you to solve so many problems, but do not prioritize money more than any other thing in your life. So that's the first step. See money as a tool. Step number 2, stop living
Paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck. Living paycheck to paycheck sucks. I know how hard it can be to get paid every 2 weeks. You pay all your bills and still feel like you don't have enough to make it to the next payday. On payday, you probably feel happy and treat yourself to a meal or few small gadgets. 2 weeks stretch between pay period allows your bank account to get dangerously low. Then payday roll again and your spirits are lifted. The vicious cycle places you under the direct control of your money. A research has been done. They did a survey of workers middle of the month, end of the month. They saw that their happiness level was a little bit higher
At the end of
the people compared to middle of the month. So those researchers were able to conclude that those workers were living a vicious circle. They were allowing money to control their mood. And that's why we're saying, stop living paycheck to paycheck. When you live paycheck to paycheck, you plan your life around money. And to top it off, you depend on it heavily for your happiness and well-being. It is not supposed to be like that. In order to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, you need to start saving. You need to start saving. You need to start saving heavily. Cut back on your spending increase your savings rate, start side hustling, or get a second job to bring in more income for a few months to boost your savings. Try to beef up your emergency fund and separately set aside at least 1 month worth of expenses. That way you can start living on the previous month's income instead of desperately waiting for a paycheck to come in. Knowing how much money you have to spend at the beginning of each month will help you be able to budget better and gain more control over money. That is the essence. You know, if I even have a practical example, as young people started work, and it was 25th of that month, most of my colleagues were saying they are broke, and I was saying, but you were paid at the beginning of the month. They said they have finished all the money. I said, but you should know your expenses. You shouldn't just spend everything on 25th. You have to make sure that you have been paid before, So anyway, I was doing the side hustle by the side. After we close, I would go to a nearby GC class and take 2 or 3 periods, and I was getting extra money from there. So I don't even bother. I know when they have paid the salary. And it became embarrassing at a point when I went to the account people and they were saying, have you not seen your money? I said, I don't even know what people have paid you. And they were looking at me and saying, when all your colleagues have come here and they are frowning and all that. I said, well, because I don't need to be that desperate, because I know that my side hustle is also bringing something for me. And of course, I was cutting down on my expenses. I wasn't that extravagant, and all that. I'm not trying to say I was too good in terms of my finances, but it is not good for you to begin to live from paycheck to paycheck. It controls you. You tell someone, okay, I'll pay you when at month end. What happened if your salary is delayed? What happened? So we should try and don't allow money to control us. We should control money. So that is step number 2. Step number 3, pay off debt and cut back on expenses. Paying on debt each month reduces the amount of money you have in your pockets. That means you have less to save, invest, and spend how you please. The one thing I hated about being in debt was having someone else tell me what I had to pay. I didn't like seeing a large chunk of my money going to a lender each month, depending on how much money you owe, along with the interest that is being accrued. Debt can have a huge hold on you and dictate how you will live your life. So let's do everything possibly to get out of debt. There is no point to say, you take certain personal items you buy, then you pay towards end of the month when your salary comes. There is no point. If you don't have the cash for it, do not buy. If they tell you buy now, you save 50%. If you don't buy, you save 100%. Debt control a lot of what I could and couldn't do, with your life. And that's why you have to work hard to aggressively pay your debt off and free more of your income. So you can't say you are financially free if you are still in debt. So other aspects of financial situation that can dictate where your money goes are your fixed and variable expenses. It is safe to say no one likes paying bills, and that includes every other person. Nobody wants to be paying bills, but you just have to pay your bills. So you try to limit the amount of money you pay for your utility bills. Thank God if you have a prepaid meter, you can decide the amount of electricity you want to consume. And of course, your housing. We have advice here that you should not pay more than 1/3 of your salary for housing. So if you receive 100,000 naira, you should not pay more than 33,000 naira as your housing for a month. Okay. So You have to cut down your expenses. Make sure you send your children to school that you can afford, but of course, you're also looking at quality. You continue to live and spend on your own term and not what other people will dictate to you. So cut down on your expenses, pay off your debt is another way that you will not allow money to control you. Yes, the next thing you do again, not to let money to control you, do more free stuff. Yes, no matter how much money you end up earning, you'll probably never stop finding free things to do. Frugal ways to entertain yourself. You know, you don't need a lot of money to have a good time. Because we are saying you don't want money to control you. That does not mean you will not give yourself a treat. Do a lot of bargain. You know where you will go and you get good value for the entertainment you want to give to yourself. You don't need to spend so much. Okay. Another thing you can do again for you to don't allow money to control you is to automate. Automate. When you are in control of your money, you know what's coming out at all times. But instead of wasting time paying bills yourself, you can set up auto pay and save yourself the stress. As your money is coming in, you are paying yourself first. Okay, we are coming to that. Then you are paying your bills, you are paying every other thing, but make sure you pay yourself first. And that takes us to the next thing you can do to ensure that you don't allow money to control you. Pay yourself first. It's very, very important. Pay yourself first. It's essential to help you stop letting money control you. Besides having an emergency fund, you also need to save for retirement and have savings in places where you cannot have access to it. Like we have said, pay yourself first. 10% of what you earn is yours to keep. And you are not doing yourself any good if you don't pay yourself. It is very, very necessary. When you pay yourself, you will see that money will not control you. You'll be the one that will control money. Okay. Yes, how to stop letting money control you is what we'll be discussing. If you're just joining us, it is still the afternoon business show, and it is Investors Education Series, and we are talking how to stop letting money control you. As you can see, there are plenty things that you can do to make sure that you control your money and not the other way around. When you learn how to stop letting money control you, you learn how to allow yourself freedom and peace with your money. And anyone at any stage and income can do just that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Charles, for that lovely segment on the Investors Education Series. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll take the entrepreneurship segment. It's still number one business radio.